We're starting a magic acquisitions video in my bathroom because I painted my bedroom charcoal grey in an edgy manoeuvre. And it's just dark. It's dark after F&M and it's just not the right light to be filming in there initially. So there you go. Yeah, let's go back from LGS. It's the sister shop of the local LGS. It's not where I run my F&Ms, but I used to go there sometimes before I started running my own F&M that rivals theirs, but I still got on with the owner. Anyway, this is what I picked up from F&M this week.
Yeah, I picked up a beat up EDH box, and inside the EDH box that is beat up is a beat up EDH deck. I'm joking, it's a good condition. Muldrotha to the graveside. I'm assuming it is a graveyard Sultai interaction EDH deck. So I gave the guy 220 for this, which I don't think is too bad. There's a couple of cards in here that are basically going to help me net the money back. So you've got like 10, 20, 15, I think. So that's 35, 40. There's everything else there, probably 45, 50. 55, like that. Anyway, I can't be bothered going through it like that. Expropriate is £12. That's £12. I think Masker Worm's 12 quid. Shieldred's 6. Jingita, I don't know what it is as the IM8 printing, but anyway, it's basically full of value cards. So I gave 220 for it. I think the total deck value is, I think it's 350, something like that. I think it's about 350 quid, which, I mean, is it really worth putting 220 quid out to make 350? It is £130 profit. But it has stuff like Force of Will. So when I'm buying stuff like Force of Will at 70%, it's a £55 card. I'm getting it for like 40, maybe a little bit less than 40. It feels good. It feels like, you know what I mean, if there's any value cards there, anything over a tenner, if you're buying it for 70%, you're just getting 3 or 4 quid. I mean, some people go to work and they work for £6 or £7 an hour minimum wage, and you can net that back selling 2 magic cards over a tenner that you've bought off somebody. So for me, whilst a lot of people that buy collections and do acquisitions don't really value that small amount of profit margin, for me it means that I'd have to go and sit in a shop, or, well, I mean, to be fair, I am a skilled person who runs a photography and videography business, but if I wasn't, it would allow me to not have to do a rubbish job like that. So there you go. There's stuff that looks like it should be worth money that isn't, and there's stuff that is worth money that looks like it shouldn't be. Stuff like Cryptics is cool. Blightsteel Colossus is great. I mean, I picked up a couple of copies recently and decided to just sit on them. I didn't want to sell them. I feel like I want to make some nonsense modern deck around it. Maybe I just keep this one. I don't know. The Illness. Vraska's. There's now 5 Vraskas. You could totally make Vraska Tribal if half the Vraskas available weren't trash. Hopefully in the future Wizards just print more Vraska because she's cool. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing amazing now that we've got the initial stuff out of the way. Sidisi Brew Tyrant. I've seen comments on finance forums about the price of this card going up. I mean, it's a 4-mana potential commander, and it mills when you attack or into the battlefield, and whenever you put creatures, 1 or more creature cards are put into graveyard from the library. So basically you can just self-mill, I suppose. I don't know. It was in Standard when I first started playing Standard. I don't think anybody was playing Sultai. I came in during Freighter Forge. I've never known Sidisi to be a Standard thing when it was there, so who knows. But if it's picking up value now in the EDH market and for commander purposes, then brilliant. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some cards that are £6, £7, some cards that are 3 or 4, some cards that are 10 to 13, some cards that are 20 to 25, some cards that are terrible nonsense that shouldn't have ever been played in EDH. Do you know what I mean? Just stuff like that, little bits like Expropriate I thought was nothing because it's 9 mana. It's not. So yeah, that is the EDH set I bought, and should be fairly easy to turn some profit on that. There's some spicy things there, which leads me on to the second thing that I picked up. So because I went to the sister shop of my local LGS, which isn't a place I normally visit anyway, let alone the sister shop, it meant that I was introduced to and met a couple of new people. One of them was Brandon. Brandon was looking to get out of his cards that he wasn't playing in standard, and as you can see, he's got a couple of spicy mythics. I do not own a Nicol Bolas the Ravager. This is the first time I've laid hands on one of them. I think it's down to £12 on the UK market now. So obviously it's 70%. I picked it up for about £8. Kind of tempted to keep it. I don't really know. I like it as a card. I think if I had it in foil, I'd probably put it in my EDH deck. I don't know about non-foil. We'll see. But yeah, Brandon was wanting to get rid of some stuff that he wasn't playing. He said that he doesn't play blue. So he's given me a bunch of lands. I mean, nothing overly spicy until we get to the very end, I suppose. Stuff like Hinterland Harbour and Isolated Chapel are really good pickups at the moment because they're about £1.50 each. But the third Ravnica set to be released hasn't landed yet, so the Simic and the Orzhov guilds haven't come to be yet, and therefore that makes these two currently undervalued. It's seen happening at the moment with Sulfur Falls. It's a thing in standard, so the price of those are spiking, and I expect that the same thing will happen for the Checklands that are Checklands. Yes, same thing happened for the Checklands that aren't currently standards relevant, if that makes sense. So what else is that's yet to be a thing? Red green Clifftop Retreat. So yeah, Clifftop Retreat is probably a good one to spec on. These two, Jesus, what else is there? Dragon Skull Summits as well. I can't even tell you what the third one is that's going to come out. But anyway, bunch of cards are all like £1 each in value. Nothing overly special. They were just there. Foil Ops is good. Ops played in Modern sometimes. I don't know if it's ever going to go up in value, but I buy stuff at 70%. And yeah, this is the prize really. On the UK market at the moment, Teferi is £45. So I've picked him up. I didn't even give him 70%. I spent £125 on this entire bundle, and £80 of that was everything I've just shown you, and 45 of that was Teferi. And I was kind of sat wondering for a little while whether or not I kept him or whether or not I did something with him. Looks like he's got a big ass scratch on him, but I assume it's just a sleeve. Anyway, the thing about Teferi is, on the European marketplace, Teferi's listed at €100, which if I do my maths right is about £85 after taxes and everything else. So if I sell this on European marketplace, I make £40 profit just off Teferi. Hence me not lowballing the guy in it, because I didn't want to be an asshole. Oh my god, the illness. So yeah, I can sell this, net £85 back, and then I am £40 away from breaking even, which allows me the Nicol Bolas. It probably allows me, I don't know, it makes me a considerable amount of profit, let's put it that way. So I think that's what I do with that. And yeah, that is this week's acquisitions. It's good to go to different LGSs, I suppose, and diversify what you're picking up and who you're speaking to and who you're letting know that you buy collections from, because it means you wind up with one of these bad boys.